In Columbus, Ohio, where the NHL Blue Jackets have made their home for over 2 decades,
He scores! Marchenko!
fans may not know that the best saves don't always happen on the ice.
Backhand denied by Tarasov.
For 23 years, Aaron Portzline has been the eyes and ears of Blue Jackets fans.
I kind of just had some speed carrying over the blue line. And
As the team's beat writer, first for the Columbus Dispatch and now for The Athletic, he's witnessed every high and low of the franchise.
I've been covering the Blue Jackets ever since they arrived in 2000.
Dean, what do you know about Good Branson?
For Portzline, sports writing has been more than just a job. It's been a calling.
In 1986, I was a sophomore in high school, and I began writing stories covering high school sports for my hometown newspaper, the Mount Vernon News in Mount Vernon, Ohio.
But last year, this veteran journalist found himself at the center of a story he never wanted to write. Portzline announced on social media that he was in a battle with stage 5 kidney failure. But the post was not just a plea for help, it was also a call to action for others.
At least 100,000 people in America alone are waiting for an organ transplant, and roughly 90,000 of them, like me, need a kidney.
My mom has had a transplant 15, 16 years ago. My older brother, had a transplant 7 years ago, and now this was my turn.
For 9 grueling months, dialysis became his lifeline, and it took a toll on his demanding schedule.
All I wanted to do after dialysis was take a nap.
Friends and family kept stepping up to be tested, only to be ruled out as donors. Then out of the blue came news of a match.
And that was big news. Huge reaction from everybody.
The woman interviewing Aaron Portzline works for the Blue Jackets. Lindy Noel is the team's communications specialist. And while Aaron knew her, she was more professional acquaintance than friend at the time. Upon reading Aaron's post, Lindy decided to start the process to see if she might be a match.
I think that because I knew that it was a long process, just filling out the questionnaire was the least I could do. But I also very much thought, there's no way it's gonna be me.
But after 4 rounds of testing, Lindy found out she was Aaron's perfect match and made the decision to become a living donor. Lindy's decision wasn't made alone. Her fiancé, Chris Blakely, offered unwavering support.
I was very proud of Lindy, and I felt that if this was something she was comfortable doing, that I wanted to fully support her.
Lindy was ready to move forward with becoming Aaron's donor, but there was something she wanted to address before the transplant. To Aaron, the identity of his match still remained a mystery.
It's a genetic disease. My mom had a transplant.
That was until he and Lindy sat down to record an interview to raise awareness for organ donation. And a seemingly routine conversation took an unexpected turn.
I don't know who the match is yet. Hoping to find out at some point this week.
I'm glad that you mentioned that you don't know who the donor is, because that's actually the real reason why you're here. I am your donor.
No way. No way. Wow. Oh my God. Lindy. Wow.
In that moment, Aaron Portzline, a man who had built a career on having the inside scoop, was completely blindsided.
And then a million things are going through your head, right? You're now sitting right next to and looking at your donor, who you'd wondered now for more than a year who it's going to be.
Dr. Ginny Baumgartner, who performed the transplant, says living donors like Lindy are the ultimate game changers.
The reason why kidney transplantation is preferable to dialysis is not only because the quality of life is improved, but the length of life is improved as well.
And in addition to saving a life, Lindy was honoring a memory.
When my dad passed away in 2018, it was from cancer. And I felt very helpless. Like there was nothing that I could do to fix this situation.
were always on my mind.
Well, thank you, my man.
You look good.
Oh, thanks.
Now, months after the successful transplant, Porchline can reflect on this extraordinary chain of events.
It's not too much to say that you've saved my life, right? You have literally saved my life. You've also given me back the life that I want to live.
In a sport where assists are celebrated, this may be the greatest one of all.
We're soon going to book our trip for our 30th wedding anniversary. And these are all things that it's no stretch to say would not have been possible without this incredible gift.
In the game of life, as in hockey, sometimes the most valuable players are the ones you least expect. Champions whose selfless acts change lives forever.